DraftKings is now live. Streaming MLB The Show 25, NCAA Softball 25 Ohio State Franchise Mode.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's Ohio taking on Maryland. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about to get started, and towing the slab, Dean Kramer. What should we keep an eye on here?
He has a great ability to command a game, Boog, but in order for that to happen today, he's got to limit damage, make smart pitches, and avoid big innings. If he were a golfer, we'd say he needs to avoid any double bogeys out there, and if he does, his scorecard is going to look pretty.
MLB The Show 25 Baseball. Let's go.
Hey. That's outside, and we are underway.
Yay smiling face.
And a pitch. And a foul ball. Strike two. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Fastball at the letters, throws her for strike three. Here's the rookie right fielder. 3 hits last night, so she was a big factor in getting that win. Checks her swing, appeal to third. She went around, says Ricky Holiday. 1 out, bases empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
She's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes, even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If she's not ready to pull the trigger, she's not worried if she gets to an 0-2 count.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 hitters in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the first, 0-0. Back here with my pal Singy, and today's starter, Shane Bieber.
Perhaps one of his best outings of the year last time out. Worked deep into the ball game, only gave up 3 hits. Today, he's going to try to do the exact same thing.
Always we know, just some things we show.
Bottom of the first, and now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. First pitch misses. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Here's a 1-1. And that is out of play. Tap dances out of the way of that one. That's out to center field. Barrett under it. Hauls it in for the out. And let's take a look at the lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Cedric Mullins.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Foul ball.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
That misses. Ball one.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
That one close. Ruled a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That's inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Now, Gunnar Henderson. Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1. That one missing inside. 2 out, space is empty. And 1-2.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Next pitch misses, and the count is even 2-2. Swing and a ball line to center. Gets down, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Two outs. And a strike in there. Foul ball, still 0-2. Henderson, the runner at first with 2 gone. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
One ball.
In the dirt. Right through there, got him. And the inning is over. End of 1, and we're still scoreless. Back now at Oriole Park. New inning getting started. Now it's the second baseman, number 33. Kramer back to work. Kramer, in his 4th year, he features a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, a splitter, a sinker, and he occasionally uses a curve. And another ball
Boog, our man, Daryl
2-0.
Parker, DP, at home plate for this one. Pretty average size strike zone, but the book on him is that it sort of moves around. You can't always count on how he's going to call it from game to game.
Just off the inside edge. Yeah, he's one of those umpires that I have to see make his call on a borderline pitch before I start making my call. Like you said, it's not always predictable, but it's pretty fair for the most part. And that's ball four. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Her ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of her career since day one.
Now it's the rookie DH. Outside. And that's ball one. Now a high fly ball out to left center. O'Neill under it. And there's one down.
Batting sixth, catcher, number 13.
Here's the power hitting catcher. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And that one is downstairs. 1-0.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Outside low, and it's 2-0. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy runner at first, she's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Second inning here, no score. That one fouled off, 2-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and she'll see another. Ground ball, could be two. Glove flip for one onto O'Hearn. Two. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied 0-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. And they get the out.
Batting sixth, right fielder, Colton.
Now at the plate, Colton Cowser. Homered last night, added another hit as well. And there's a foul ball. Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
No balls, 2 strikes. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
And that is downstairs. Now 2-2.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a ground ball. Over to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Batting seventh, designated hitter, Kobe
Mayo now at the plate. 0 for 6 in the series so far. And there's a strike. They say it went.
0-2 is the count. One ball, 2 strikes.
That missed by a lot. 2-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Yeah, that's fouled off. And strike 2. To the right side, Mateo sends it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 8, shortstop, number 16.
And the batter will be the shortstop. One of the stars in the win yesterday as she had 3 hits. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Popped up to the left into foul ground. And there's 2 away.
Batting 9th, third baseman, number 8.
Here's the third baseman.
She's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Fastball for a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike. That's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Gone into the flag cord. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. That adds another game to her hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, she's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. She's really dangerous with the bat in her hands right now. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. She saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. She stayed on it and got all of it.
Now it's the power speed combo, K. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the third and final game of the series. Swing and a foul out of play. Way upstairs, now 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside. And down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
From the mud, I'm talking about the slums from a city where it's wicked. Most people scared to come, scared to box. They're running, get they from the area. Was all about the funds, put my people on. Now it's division, everybody in competition on the same mission. So why they this? Don't nobody.
In the air, out towards left center. K makes a nice running catch.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. She saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's her friend, he'll give her a second to catch her breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Jorge Mateo, the next to hit, takes ball 1. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. They got it for out number 2.
Now batting, center fielder, Cedric.
So the batting order turns over. Cedric Mullins digs in now. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Ball 1, no strikes.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Here's a 1-1. Now one missed.
Ball 3.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
2 down, nobody on. And there's ball 4.
Ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a quick free pass.
First baseman.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Mullins off of first with 2 away. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air down the left side. Makes the catch. And that is that. Back here in Baltimore, out of the 4th, and now the right fielder, number 9. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And And a base hit into right. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting, number
Not
35.
sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Singy, but that extends her hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know she knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't. And this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row. Man, that's when even the hitting coach starts to leave you alone. You're going so good.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. So she blasts one out the other way, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0. She only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
And now it's the switch-hitting second baseman. Worked a walk in her first trip to the plate. She swings and fouls one off.
You know, this group of hitters doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. Top half of inning number 4. And that one misses up and in. And that's ball 1. Oh, great stop. Throw to first. In time. Got him.
Now batting, number 4.
It was a bang-bang play at first, Singy, so let's take another look at the throw that made it possible to get the out.
No doubt that 85-mile-per-hour heater was the difference on this play, according to StatCast. And it looked like a blur going across the infield from up here, and they just got the out.
Now it's the DH. She's 0 for 1. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. On the ground to third. Can't field it cleanly. No throw, and they don't get the out.
Now batting, number 13.
So a runner at first. And here's the catcher. She's 0 for 1. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Slinging it to first in time.
Now batting, number 34.
So digging in, Barrett. And what a two-way player. Not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. Smoked on the ground to second. On to O'Hearn. They limit the damage here. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now it's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Barrett moving under this one. She's there. She's got it. One up, one down.
Now batting.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Tyler O'Neill. He was a strikeout victim his first time. in there for strike one.
0-1.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss. Bieber with the strikeout.
Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat.
Westberg in the box with two gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
Nope. 1-1.
So now 1-2.
Wow,
One
no
ball,
fair right
two
there. I
strikes.
mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Kramer back to work. And takes low for ball one. Next offering is fouled back. That one misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Just off the inside corner, and that's ball three.
She's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at her and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if she swings or not.
Battling here as she fouls it away. Good job to fight that one off.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by her. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Into center and a base hit. Now she'll turn for second. The throw in. And she'll pull into second safely.
Everything
Now
came
batting,
together perfectly
number
for her
8.
right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. She stayed balanced and she squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Brandon Hyde out of the dugout now, and he's ready to make a move to the bullpen. Dean Kramer won't go any further, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching.
Gregory Soto will take over here. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Now the third baseman. She's already homered here in this one. Swing and a ball hammered left field. That's back. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. O'Neill whips it back in. That holds the lead runner, and now they've got
Now
two
batting,
in scoring
number
position.
17.
Here's the left fielder, Ncaa, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And ball 1.
She's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If she takes that approach, she could bust this game wide open. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not she can score on that base hit.
Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. She hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, 1 for 2. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Two on, 1 out. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Mateo makes the grab for the second out.
No, that's a frustrating at bat right there. Big opportunity and just missed it. I know she
35.
wanted to do some damage. Next hitter will have to pick her up.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Lang will hit next. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And that's the third out.
Let's get it. This stuff takes time. This stuff takes time. Stay on that grind. Can't rewind.
And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Colton Cowser. Cowser in his second season, 24 years old, and he's been wearing out home plate lately. He scored 10 times in the last 10 games.
Well, these players being a little too patient at the plate in this game. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
That one catches the zone, and it's 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That one not close. Going to count 1 and 2. And there's a ball.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So now the DH spot. Kobe Mayo went down on strikes his first time through.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Line drive, base hit down the line. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Yeah.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Man at first with 1 gone. Here's Adley Rutschman. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Barrett hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Jorge Mateo.
Jorge Mateo now flied to right his first time. Outside low, and that is ball 1. And that's a little bit high.
2 balls, no strike.
That to right. Fair ball. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Now batting, center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. That one fouled off. Upstairs.
Ball, that's too high.
First and second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count 2-1. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. He circles the bases. It's 3-3.
A hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that, and right there he made him pay.
So up next, Ryan O'Hearn, both 2 in this one. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Hit hard but foul off to the left. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside. Hit hard on the ground is short. That's the inning. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. We're tied now at 3 apiece. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the sixth.
Lead
Here's
off,
some real
second
power
baseman,
at the plate. Number 33. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ncaa is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Perez getting cranked up as well. Here comes the 0-1. Fought off foul. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck her out.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting her away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly she was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Next is the DH, a switch hitter. That one hit to right. Cowser on the move. He's got it. And there's two away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into
Now
his
batting,
highest
number
gear
13.
and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Number 13 at the plate now. That's ball one. And there's a hit. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, number 34.
Barrett getting ready to hit. She has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Soto keeping her close. Next offering is fouled back. Misses
That's ball
just
two.
off the outside edge. I think that was a
You
strike.
got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Fouls one off. 2-2. And that's down and away.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So one hit is all they get. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. All tied up at 3 apiece. Bottom of the 6th inning, and now the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Hard hit, right side. Lang takes it herself. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Now the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against it.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Trevor Stephan up and throwing. Farley, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
No balls, 2
All right,
strikes.
now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything
Nope,
close
that's
to the
ball.
zone.
Next pitch is downstairs. All tied up here in the bottom of the 6th. Got him swinging.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
the third baseman, Jordan Westberg. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Rips one to right, and foul ball. Two outs. Line drive, base hit.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. That's it for Shane Bieber, and a pretty decent effort out of him. Tie ball game, new arm out of the pen when we get back.
Now pitching.
Jacob Junis taking over on the mound.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So two down, and the batter now, Colton Cowser. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Westberg leads off first with two down to the inning. Next offering is fouled back. Swings and misses, struck him out. 6 innings are in the books. Score holds at 3-3.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Ncaa. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop. She gets a shot right here against the righty, and she is elite against right-handed pitching. The contact, the average, and delivers the slug. Just missed. Cano, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. Right side, hard hit. Throws to first in time. Barely got her for the out. Close play. Now the third baseman. She's already homered in this game.
She's a big, strong hitter who can untie this game with one swing.
Right through there for a strike. And downstairs. Swing and a miss as she was out front. Base is empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. Another homer. Her second home run of the game. Just like that, they move in front. It's 4-3. Singy, she's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for her. She is really seeing the ball well in this one. Get as many high fives as possible. Man, this player's a ball of energy right now and having the game of her life.
One out, base is empty. At the plate, Kay. 0 for 3 in this one. And that is cut on and missed. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
And a swing and a miss.
0-2's the count.
In the dirt, now 1-2. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Takes the turn, she's digging for second. Tag, and she's safe. It's a hustle double.
She quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when players make that transition, and she's got speed to put on a show.
One out, runner at second. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder. First offering, and it just misses. Just missed.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Runner at second here, one gone. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Runner at second. And now it's 3-2.
She should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with three-hole hitter coming up if she's walked.
Chopper to second. Mateo slings to first in time.
Now batting, number 35.
Haley Lang, the next to hit. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because she can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Inside, and it's 1-0. Two outs with a runner at third. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a drive. Deep left field. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 4-3 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
This is what I'm made for. Every single moment that I'm living, I can feel it on the stage floor. You don't know the half of what I've given to make it up to this level. Every day at home, spitting every day alone, wishing while every road shifting.
Back now at Oriole Park, set for the last half of the seventh. And now, Kobe Mayo. That's in there, and that's strike one. And that's downstairs and outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make